Hey guys, there's one question you as a man must ask. In fact, there's one question that every man asks. And we're going to find out what that question is in today's episode. Hey, Men in the Arena Army, we salute you. Welcome to another episode of the Men in the Arena podcast. I'm Jim Ramos, your guide and host, leading you to your best version in the stress bubble of life and beyond. Welcome to Spotify's #1 podcast for Christian men. If you're listening to this on your phone, I want to encourage you to go to YouTube, check out this episode on YouTube. I'm in South Africa on a safari for my 32nd anniversary with my beautiful bride, Shanna. And right behind me, right here, is a herd of impala, curiously checking out what we're doing. This is just an amazing setting, but I want to get into the podcast today. The chapter I want to go over today is called The Good Man. No more Mr. Nice Guy. You know, in the movie Saving Private Ryan, there's a scene in the very first part of the movie where James Ryan is an old man. He's going back to the cemetery where all of his fallen comrades are buried after D-Day when the American troops landed on Normandy. And as he's sitting at the gravestone of the man who saved his life, he turns to his wife and says, "Am I a good man? Tell me I'm a good man." And you know, that is the question we all must ask. Am I a good man? You know, in the Bible says that the overseer, which is the dialed in man, is a lover of good. You know, we live in a world where in the church is filled with nice guys. But do you know the word nice is not mentioned in the Bible at all? In fact, the word nice goes back to a 15th century word that means to ignore. The nice guy ignores the problem in order to be nice. And the good man is not always nice. In fact, I have a friend of mine, I was at his funeral a couple years ago. His name was Glenn Hostetler. He wore covered bib overalls and denim. He smoked a lot of cigars. He ate too much bacon. He drank too much beer. And he ultimately died of a heart attack. But during COVID at his funeral, the place was packed. Glenn was not a nice guy, but he was a good man. He was a servant. And so are you a nice guy or are you a good guy? I dive deeply into this in my book, Dialed In. So if you want to know more, go check out the book, Dialed In, Reaching Your Full Capacity as a Man of God. Until next time, feel the wet sand on the arena floor. Hear the deafening roar of the crowd. Taste the sweetness of victory. Smell the stench of battle. Get in the game. Get dirty. Grind it out. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Be a man. How cool is that? That's the shot, baby.
You know, we often forget, guys, that God has called us to steward the bodies He gave us. That's why we're so excited to partner with Mountain Tough Fitness Lab. Join me on my journey by going to mountaintough.com and getting your free 6-week trial when you type in the code ARENA30. Stay dangerous.